Hey there, fellow gamers and space explorers. Welcome back to our Dragon Warrior adventure in Space Engineers. If this is your first time joining us, no worries, let me catch you up. In our last episode, we valiantly rescued the princess from the clutches of the formidable green dragon. Now, armed with Erdrick's token and the invaluable items required, we're on our way to the magic temple to obtain the elusive rainbow drop. So, grab your gear, buckle up, and let's embark on this epic quest together. Now the sun and rain shall meet, and the rainbow drop passes to thy keeping. Alright, folks, time for our next move. We're now leaving the magic temple after grabbing the essential rainbow drop. You might be surprised to know that using the rainbow drop spot is a bit like interacting with an NPC, except this one's a door with a water tile appearance. Instead of keys, it checks for a specific item. Let's see where this takes us. Sophie held the rainbow drop towards the sky. Okay, folks, the rainbow drop worked like a charm, and the bridge is up. Back in the NES days, they used different colored water tiles to create that rainbow effect. I decided to keep it simple and didn't dive into adding more tiles for that purpose. Oh, by the way, I didn't get around to changing text colors for low health either. Although I did include functions to set colors for the game menus, I haven't implemented them for NPC actions. Now, let's take a quick peek at Charlot Castle. So now that the sleep status is working, the Axe Knight is still not really a threat. Looks like the enemy patterns are still broken at this point. Hey there, adventurers. We're back on the grind, exploring this new area in the southern part of the map. It's quite the change from our usual grind spots. Instead of sticking to one small zone, we're taking a grand tour around a larger region. The enemies here seem tough but manageable, and it feels like a good chance to build our strength while also covering more ground. Who knows what secrets or challenges we might stumble upon in this vast area. While we're on the topic of grinding, I've got my sights set on that expensive silver shield. Gotta admit, it feels like a Herculean task trying to gather that much gold, but hey, that shield better be worth the price. And the grind continues. It's almost become a sort of routine, hasn't it? Step by step, enemy by enemy, we're inching closer to that goal. Sometimes, I find myself pondering whether there's a faster way to accumulate this much-needed gold. But then again, maybe the journey's more valuable than the destination. We're not just collecting gold, we're leveling up, sharpening our skills, preparing for the tougher challenges ahead. There's something oddly satisfying about this grind, the rhythm of battles, the progression, and the anticipation of reaching that sought-after goal. This kind of exploration and leveling up, it's like the foundation for our success in the game. Each battle chips away at our target, teaching us more about the game mechanics and getting us ready for what's ahead. The journey to the silver shield might seem long and arduous, but it's these steps that make the eventual victory so much sweeter. Okay. Let's see if I actually saved up enough for this. Oh, close. But I still need like another couple thousand, I guess. Oh well. Alrighty, folks, here we are again, grinding away for that elusive gold. It's the final stretch now, just need a bit more to get that shiny silver shield. But let's take a moment to acknowledge something odd. There are no green dragons around here. Strange, right? I mean, usually, they're part of the grind landscape, breathing fire and making life tough. Guess I still haven't ironed out that encounter bug I mentioned earlier. It's a bit frustrating, I'll admit. I mean, fixing these bugs is somewhere on my to-do list. Future me will definitely tackle it at some point. Alright, it's time for an upgrade. Swapping out the old large shield for this shiny new silver shield. Gold doesn't hold much weight now. I mean, what else is there to save up for? Erdrick's sword, that legendary piece of gear, we'll find it tucked away in Charlot Castle. So, this silver shield? It's like the last piece of the puzzle before we head into the endgame. It's a good feeling, finally having all the necessary gear lined up for the final showdown. Alright, off to Charlot Castle. By the way, I've noticed something interesting. The enemy positions have definitely gotten better. At first, I was just using half of their pixel resolution to position them, but it turns out the pixel resolution and sprite positions aren't quite on the same scale. It's fascinating how those details really start to stand out when you're deep into the development process. But hey, we've got Erdrick's sword waiting for us, and that's the real prize here. Ah, the secret passage behind the throne in Charlot Castle. Sneaky, right? It's essentially another one of those sneaky door NPCs. Implementing it was quite interesting because the TV script was nearing its character limit for in-game scripts, especially considering the maximum minimization MDK can handle. So, in the end, the easiest implementation was through this sneaky door mechanism. It's amazing how creative solutions come to fruition when you're navigating these technical boundaries. Alright, Charlot Castle's maze, a true challenge indeed. Navigating through this labyrinth to secure Erdrick's sword was quite the endeavor. Finally, we found it nestled in a chest, hidden away in the heart of this intricate fortress, tucked away in a room accessible through the outer ring. With the sword finally in our possession, it's time to make a swift exit from Charlot. But before that, it's essential to safeguard our progress, so off to save our game it is. And yes, making sure to sell off the flame sword, a necessary step to keep things streamlined. Alright folks, time to lighten the load a bit. I'm saying goodbye to my trusty flame sword. Sure, it's been handy, but it's time for an upgrade. Gonna trade it in and grab some herbs while I'm at it. They'll come in handy for conserving magic points. Always good to have a few tricks up your sleeve, especially when exploring. Farewell, Flame Sword, you've served me well. Well folks, we're heading back into the depths of Charlot Castle. This time, I'm thinking of taking on the big boss, the Dragon Lord. Now, I've got a few reservations. Currently sitting at level 15, I've got this sneaky suspicion I might need a bit more firepower, maybe around level 20. But hey, no harm in giving it a shot, right? I've done some test runs, even tackled the Dragon Lord at level 50 during my bug testing phase. Gotta make sure those NPC actions work smoothly. Also, I've tweaked the breath attacks in this version, so it's a bit of a wild card. Let's see how it plays out. Welcome, Sophi. I am the Dragon Lord King of Kings. I have been waiting long for one such as thee. I give thee now a chance to share this world and to rule half of it if thou wilt now stand beside me. What sayest thou? Will the great warrior stand with me? Well, folks, looks like we've hit a bit of a snag. The encounter seems to be, well, broken. I'm pulling up the terminal here to check for some debugging clues, but it's not looking too promising. No crash, just input shutdown? That's odd. Seems like a script reset might be our best bet. Hang tight, I'll be right back after I give this a quick reboot. Alright, folks, I've been doing a bit of behind-the-scenes wizardry off camera. There was a bit of a hiccup in the encounter setup, particularly with our friend, the Dragon Lord. Seems there was a bit of a tangle in the NPC actions or something of the sort. I don't have the specifics locked in my memory, but I've been tinkering away at it for a while. You know how it goes. After some trial and error, I'm feeling pretty confident that I've ironed out those wrinkles. On top of that, I finally cracked the code on the sleep status issue. You know, that pesky thing where enemies magically wake up on their next turn after a snooze? Yeah, that's sorted now after several attempts over the past few weeks. Persistence pays off, folks. Now, it's time to put these fixes to the test. Let's make a run for Charlot Castle and see if our old friend, the Dragon Lord, is playing nice now. And hey, a little PSA for anyone out there diving into the save file I shared on the Steam Workshop. If you stumble upon any bugs, quirks, or gremlins causing trouble, do me a solid and drop an issue on my Dragon Warrior GitHub. I might have better odds of spotting it there than sorting through the Steam comments section. Can't promise an immediate fix, but I'll do my best to take a look when time allows. Phew, folks. We're in the thick of it now, and let me tell you, things are looking pretty swell. The fixes seem to have done the trick. We're sailing through the first phase of the Dragon Lord battle. Our hits are landing, the strategy's holding up, and the odds are in our favor. Momentum's on our side, and we're making strides. The first phase is proving to be a bit of a breeze. Confidence is high, and I'm feeling the adrenaline pumping. We've got this. And just like that, we're onto the second phase, the final showdown with the Dragon Lord. Now, here's where things get interesting, folks. The Dragon Lord's final form is a sight to behold, but alas, there's a hiccup. Due to the character limit for custom data fields on blocks, the final form sprite got snipped. Darn those limitations. I've weighed the options, and splitting the enemy into different blocks isn't an ideal fix, so here we are. Now, I'm landing strikes on the Dragon Lord's final form, but the damage output? It's barely scratching the surface. I've tried my go-to spells, Hurt and Sleep, to turn the tide, but both attempts fell flat. I'm keeping up with healing, but it's not matching the damage output. It's a tough battle, and it's becoming evident that we might need a bit more oomph to crack this nut. After some consideration, I'm thinking it's best to retreat, regroup, and give ourselves a power boost. Time to grind a bit, hone our skills, and come back swinging. It's not a defeat, it's a tactical retreat. Well, folks, it's back to the grindstone for us. After that intense encounter with the Dragon Lord's final form, we're taking a breather. So, I'm making my way back to the castle to replenish our magic reserves. You know the drill, gotta be prepped for what's ahead. Now, back in Charlot Castle, we're taking a different approach. I've mapped out this looping path deep within the dungeon that's our new go-to spot for grinding. Well, it seems we've hit a snag, folks. Attempting to open this chest has led us straight into a crash. Yikes. Looks like we've got some unexpected bugs lurking around. Time for another dive into debugging. Hang tight, I'll be back in a jiffy. Well, folks, that debugging session felt faster than an instant potion in-game. But hey, back from the trenches of code, and guess what? We're back on track. Those pesky bugs won't deter us. Now, it's time to ensure these chests are in full working order. Losing progress to crashes? Not on our watch. Let's grind away and aim for level 20 before we give the Dragon Lord another shot. Onward we go, folks. Yeah, so the chests don't crash the game anymore. But I'm afraid there's a bug I didn't get to fixing till after I captured the gameplay footage. Somehow I messed up the line of code that sets the bool that remembers I got the chest. And it impacted all the chests in Charlot Castle. But I did get it fixed before sharing the world with a working copy of the game to the Steam Workshop. Ah, Charlot Castle, the grinding paradise. Those red dragons are a gold mine. Well, not literally, but figuratively speaking. Each takedown grants a cool 100 experience points, and the other critters aren't too shabby either, with at least 50 points a pop. To paint a picture, it's around 20 red dragons per level up. This grinding session is all about watching those experience points stack up, inching closer to that sweet level 20 mark. And hey, guess what? We're sitting on a mountain of gold here, so why not splurge a little? I'm making my way to the inn at Rimuldar for a top-up on magic and health. Might as well treat my virtual self when the coffers are overflowing. Back to the castle we go, the ever-reliable spot for saving progress. Ah, the familiar routine, autopiloting to the guy to recharge my magic. Seems like some habits are hard to break, even in the virtual world. Gotta love the consistency, right? Well, here we are, folks, in the midst of the final grind. It's been quite a journey, I'll be honest. I'm feeling a bit tired, but the finish line is so close. Throughout this project, it's felt like a constant push toward that last milestone. At first, remaking the entire game seemed like a distant dream, until I found myself knee-deep in maps and game systems, one step after another. I've been striving for good enough solutions, you know? Door NPCs for the green dragon and guarded tiles handled as best I could. Some features, like the status effects, I just couldn't nail down perfectly, but that was alright, since I rarely use them anyway. Taking short breaks helped, and a huge shout out to Copilot and the fantastic fan community for documenting this game so well. I also produced those Let's Grind video series, mostly raw captures, with intros and outros crafted by ChatGPT. Now, as I near the end of this voiceover journey for the last Let's Play video, I couldn't be more surprised. I didn't think I'd make it this far before running out of steam. But hey, we're here, almost at the finish line. Just a little more to go. Well, the moment of truth has arrived. The first form of the Dragon Lord? A complete pushover now. Dealing meager damage while I'm dishing out substantial hits in return. Swiftly dispatched. But hold your applause, the Dragon Lord's final form still posed a threat. Our attacks barely scratched the surface, dealing only around 8 damage, while we're taking a hefty 20 in return. At level 19, we're better equipped to withstand the onslaught, leveraging heal more spells to stay ahead. Surprisingly, the Dragon Lord's final form had a lot of misses in its attacks, and it seemed to breathe fire less often. Looks like I might have finally ironed out those pesky random number issues in the enemy patterns. Thou hast found the ball of light. Radiance streams forth as thy hands touch the object and hold it aloft. Across the land spreads the brilliance until all shadows are banished and peace is restored. Celebration time. We've defeated the Dragon Lord, rescued the Ball of Light, and banished all those pesky shadows from the land. Victory lap, anyone? Well, get ready because there are no more enemies left in the game at this point. We've cleared them all out, and it's a triumphant stroll through what's now a peaceful realm. Ah, the joy of accomplishment. Hurrah! Hurrah! Thou hast brought us peace, again. Hurrah! 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 Post-victory tour, anyone? We're off to visit the towns where the villagers have some unique lines after defeating the Dragon Lord. Rimuldar, Cole, Garinham, and Brecconary, they all chime in with phrases like "Thou hast brought us peace," again, and "Hurrah! Hurrah! Long live hero!" Interestingly, Catelyn wasn't mentioned in the script I was using, so I took that as a sign that maybe they were a bit insulated from the conflict, living in a walled city with high-end gear for sale. They might have been aware, but perhaps not as impacted. Excuses, right? So, we're giving them a pass on the special endgame dialogue. After our little tour, it's off to the castle to see what they have to say about our newfound peace. Come now, King Lorik awaits. Come now, King Lorik awaits. Please, wait. I wish to go with thee on thy journey. Might I travel as thy companion? No, but thou must. Fine. I'm so happy. The legends have proven true. Thou art indeed of the line of Erdrick. It is thy right to rule over this land. Will thou take my place? Wow, if you've stuck around this long, thank you. Your support means a lot. And hey, if you're hungry for more, keep an eye out for our upcoming Let's Grind series. We'll be diving deeper into the raw captures with some neat intros and outros that ChatGPT whipped up. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Your support keeps this channel going. Until next time, stay awesome and happy gaming.